1, 2, 3, shoot. What are we doing?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah, I lost.
2 out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, I won that one.
Uh-oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah, I won that one too. You gotta do it. It's probably better off that way.
Well, welcome back to the farmstead. We're glad you're here. Today we're with my buddy and HIVES for Heroes newbie, Roy Adams. Roy, I've enjoyed having you out here all year. You've got to see the learning yard and the bee stuff from the very beginning. Today you're here to help me sort through and pick up some of the pieces here from the storm damage. Roy, what in the world was it that got you to want to even get going in beekeeping? What's your background with that?
As far as beekeeping, really no background. Just had a lady that I knew from volunteer fire service. She had bees, and her brother was helping her originally, so he moved to Montana and she needed help lifting boxes. So that's how I got my start. Okay. And just ran with it from there. Been super interested and just trying to learn everything I can for the last couple of years, and finally made the jump and got my hives and everything going this spring, this season.
Well, you're working now with the fire department. What did you do prior to the fire department?
12 years as a corrections officer, 3 years in the Army, and been in the fire service as a volunteer and part-time since 2001.
Be pretty fair to say you've seen an awful lot of things.
A little bit.
What is it you think about these bugs in a box that drew you to that? I know you're just helping, but you know, it takes a special crazy to, even if you're helping someone do bee stuff, it takes a special crazy to say, hey, there's something about this that I want to pursue. Well,
my wife, she's always told me that I got a death wish, because everything everything I get into is you know, something could hurt you, something along those lines. So that might be a little bit of it. But as far as the bees themselves, like I said, just always been super interested in them. And finally, you know, main thing is just not knowing anybody that did it. And then when somebody else kind of took that leap and started doing it, kind of drew me toward it even more.
Right.
Yeah, she actually took a Facebook screenshot, and when I originally started helping her, she asked me if I wanted to go to bee school. And then this year, I signed up for bee school, and she sent me a Facebook screenshot of it. It says, 2 years ago on this date, she sent me a Facebook, said, hey, you want to go to bee school?
Right.
And that's what I told her. I said, I've been researching it ever since. So I just trying to, I like to be able to figure out and know stuff, you know, kind of have the answers to stuff before I get super involved with something. So, yeah, exactly. To make sure it's going to be something that I'm going to be into. So,
well, what I like about you is you take initiative. You're headstrong in a good way, and you're not afraid to just dig in and just fire away. This year, you got a package from us.
I did,
and you could say you've done things a little contrary to the mainstream flow of beginning the beginning beekeeping practice.
Yep.
How is your beekeeping? What have you done with your beekeeping this year?
As far as the package goes, had it a month. Started in a 5-frame box like you had suggested to me. About a month into it, I had 8 or 9 swarm cells.
Nice.
So I made 3 splits out of it. So ended up started the spring this year. I started with the military scholarship that I got from the Fairfield County Beekeepers Association. I ended up with 2 hives. I caught a swarm on Mother's Day. So I went from 2 hives to currently now I'm sitting at 7 right now. So
wow.
Just kind of grab the bull by the horns.
That's it. That's the fun part is you like to say there's no wrong way or right way to do all the things with beekeeping, but if you have that drive, or you know there's something that you want to do with it, there's so much opportunity out there. You got the package, you bring it back, if you leave it in a 5-frame box and they grow super quick, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're going to make cells. And that's
exactly what happened.
And some folks will see that as a deficit. There's other folks that will look at it as an asset. Neither one is right or wrong. It's which one of those suits your goals in the bee yard. You obviously had drive, determination, and the passion to actually grow a bee yard out right away. which I think is awesome. But what future goals do you have for your bees and your beekeeping experience?
Basically, kind of what I'm looking for is a hobby that kind of is self-sustaining. So whether it be selling nukes, selling queens, selling honey, just basically kind of looking, like I said, to have a hobby that's self-sustaining to where I can, be able to, when I need supplies or anything like that, I can actually look to the funds that I've brought in from the hobby to keep that hobby going.
It's a big deal to not only have, I mean, let's face it, it's kind of hard to just invest in golf clubs and golf shoes and have golfing be financially sustainable.
Absolutely. Got to be really good at it.
And that is just, that's a whole story for a different day.
Yeah.
But when you get into agriculture and farming and livestock, there are opportunities for the right kind of person with the right mindset to where you can start to develop and put a plan in place to where some of these otherwise very expensive and costly experiences are offset, and building sustainability within any program, whether it's keeping cows or goats or chickens, but especially with bees, trying to put a plan together that is financially sustainable, while also being physically sustainable is a big deal. And if you can do that to where you have growth plans and you can grow the bees and then go into start to get into that business approach where the bees and the equipment and the things that you need for them, you're taking enough yields off of that to pay for itself, gives you opportunities to learn along the way on how to do that, to where in the future, if you decide that you do want to have more of a bee business, now you're building those, you're putting those fundamentals in place as you go to whether, hey, maybe it stays, it's just financially sustainable, which is great. But you're developing the tools and the skill sets along the way to be able to take it further should you decide to do, which I think is an awesome opportunity for anybody, but let alone military veterans, first responders, folks that are looking to get into that situation and relationship with a mentor to learn, to grow. It's our responsibility as a mentor to do what we can for you along the way, to make sure you have everything, the tools that you need, and someone to call, someone to be there to help you if you do need help making a call or doing this or doing that, to see you be successful. So if your goals are being financial sustainability in the home yard and then whatever else in the future, that's awesome.
Well, and it helps, like you were saying, as far as the mentor stuff, because that's basically what happened is got in touch with you through Fairfield County Beekeepers Association with the package and stuff, and then got your phone number, and when it came time and there was 9 queen cells in my first package, and I hadn't had it a month, that was the first thing I did, text you, hey, this is what I got going on, and your answer to me was, how many splits do you want to make? So that's exactly what I did, and so far so good. So and hopefully be able to build on that, going into winter and make plans for next season to be able, we've already talked about being able to maybe sell nukes and queens and things like that. So we'll see where it goes from here.
I'm excited to see what you do with it, see what kind of goals and how everything kind of grows for you. I appreciate you being involved not only with the Hives for Heroes program, but you almost have made it too good, because you've been such a good mentee and newbie, because you've got so much drive. You dig in. You've been here to what's important to think about is if anyone wants to get into that kind of relationship, it's the folks that really dig in. It's the folks that show up. You've been here to help build boxes. You've been here to whatever we needed help with along the year. You've been there. You've been there to help us do that. It means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
When those storms came through and wiped out the learning yard and 50 colonies throughout, you were here to show up and to see what can I do to help. It means a lot to be working with folks that care enough about what's going on to just show up and put the work in. And I can't thank you enough for that. That is awesome. So Roy, today we're going to get out here. I think in this next video, we're going to go out and we're going to kind of assess what where we are in the learning yard, the past learning yard Saturday when we had scheduled and planned to do that, we had storms came through again. And so rather than add insult to injury to those hives, we're not going to open them up in the pouring down rain, especially when there's lightning. Today the sun's shining, you're here, and I can't think of a better person to go through and help me assess where the learning yard is now, because you were here to help install and help build things from the very beginning. So I'm looking forward to that. And I just want to thank you for being such an incredible mentee and newbie, because it just having that great of an opportunity lets everybody else know out there what can bud and what can happen, what can flourish by someone like yourself stepping up, maybe getting outside their comfort zone, digging in and doing the work, and I think it's awesome.
Well, like I said, I appreciate you being here to help me along the way. So
yeah,
anything I can do to help up here and stuff like that, I'm more than willing to jump in and give you a hand. So
well, I appreciate it. Where can folks find Roy Adams in the future?
Well, I already have a business name because I've established a lawn mowing business,
okay,
you know, kind of originally. So it's called Adams Outdoors LLC. If you guys will help me, I might have a YouTube channel here before long. Let's do it. So
Adams Outdoors LLC. So we'll drop some. If there's links, we'll drop them in the video. What do you say we light a smoker and get out there and get to work?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.